So here we are on the grid and already starting for the reverse grid race, and it looks like we've got Madbirds in fact, no people crashing off already sort off the start. Madbird through into the lead.
I know, I'm somewhat surprised by that, considering we've got Bagsy going down the inside of Madbird. Stairs close behind.
Is up to third and is right behind. Looks like he's passed Bagsy already, but he's got a bit of a tank slapper going and spins out on turn 2, and so does Heathy. Oh dear.
His second corner does not. Heathy going fairly quickly through the gravel.
Into the gravel. If he keeps the momentum going, he rejoins the track at the same time as Stez. As we've got literally everybody else in the race going through the Honda hairpin, and bang, 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 gone, spun, Honda.
That's a shame. As Bang got spun out. We've still got Madbird right behind Bagsy, who's now taken the lead. We've got a replay here of what happened with Stairs.
Oh, it looks like, well, this is the rear wing of Bags that we're looking at, and there goes Stairs right through. And we're about to see all sorts of things kick off there. It looks like Bang and Goofball had a bit of a shunt of one another, and that's what caused Goofball to go off the track.
Indeed, as Madbird looks like Ariel got in front of Madbird at some stage, but Madbird managed to take it back.
Yes, sorry to cut across you there. He's got the position back, and as we're cutting frantically back and forth up the field, as we see these two guys trying to recover all the time that they lost on the on the second corner, I should say.
We've got Xeris here monstering up on Ariel Fox. Feels somewhat unfair. We've got Madbird just in front with Bags. He's still in the lead.
Room, though, and it looks like he's got the position done and has sized his way up 7 positions on the first lap into 3rd place.
Indeed, that's very impressive. So, Bagsy and Xeris, the reverse grid is a new addition to our evenings. We've got Rambo having a odd issue.
I think he is actually slowing down to let Bang back through after they collided on the first lap.
Oh well, that's nice of him. So yeah, Xeris and
oh, someone's gone deep at Honda. I didn't see just who that was.
I believe it was Ariel. Yeah.
Ariel Fox. Oh.
But yeah, Bagsy and Xeris. Reverse grid is a new addition to our racing nights. What do you think of it? How does it mess stuff up? Do you enjoy it? Do you think it's shit? Do you masturbate while you're doing it?
Yes, absolutely. I think starting at the back is quite fun because you get a good amount of practice working your way through a field. And
speaking of working your way through the field, Xeris has just gone off at Lukey Heights. He's made a mistake. Where is he?
So I was trying, I believe.
Oh, there he is.
I believe
sedately rejoining the track.
Xeris was trying to take Bagsy around the outside of Lukey Heights. And
he didn't succeed in doing that, did he, Xeris?
And nudge the grass on the outside.
Yes, well, there you go. That's hero to zero stuff, as we've got Madbird challenging Bagsy for the lead of this race on only the third lap of the race. And Bagsy on the inside looks like he'll have the position, but it remains to be seen how they shake out as we get to the dangerous turn 2. And then we got collisions! And Madbird has gone into the gravel and back into the wall, has lost his rear wing, and he is out of this race from challenging for the lead.
That is a calamitous event, as Madbird just looks like he just didn't have any awareness that braking was a thing that anyone ever did as they were going into the second corner there, and as Bagsy slammed on the brakes. Oh, here we go, we're going to see it. Just, oh!
Yeah, we just flipped the back of Bagsy's car and flew him up, and then he spun round, and as a well-known commentator says, in that sort of circumstance, you go straight to the scene of the accident, and that is what he did.
Yes, that is what Bruno Senna says, as so Madbird is out of this race. Bagsy in the lead with Xeris now.
But never mind. Gone deep at MG. That is extremely deep. And we've got Green Jupiter spinning very, very close to our cameras on track there at the same corner. But the be-all and end-all of there is as Stairs goes through into whatever position that is. And Rambo also passing Green. The be-all and end-all is that Xeris has found his way back into the lead of another race.
Yeah, just down here in the pits, I believe Bagsy may have had some damage from that collision with Madbird that caused him to lose control. Certainly couldn't have been anything to do with driver skill.
There was a hefty thwack. One might say.
Indeed, it really. I'm surprised that Bagsy is still in the race, to be honest, because with the speed that Madbird hit him at, I guess he sort of hit.
Oh, we got Heathy spinning once more. Have we seen this happen? Fox is actually through into second place, and
I feel like I'm having deja vu stares. Heathy spinning in the second corner of Phillip Island. It's like this has happened before. I've seen it.
Yes, well, Fox, just by keeping his nose clean, has found his way into second place in this race, and he would have gained that position when Bagsy went deep at the MG hairpin, and a good showing for these two.
Yeah, two drivers that you don't see on the hairpin on the podium very often. Currently in second and third positions.
Mostly because this is the first race we've had, so we don't second race of the round, so we don't particularly have too much to base our opinions on. And you've just poked me in the nose with the microphone.
And Ariel has gone off at whatever corner that is.
That's MG.
There you go. As Bagsy comes around the outside of the last corner.
Oh, he's coming around the outside. All right, here he is coming around the outside. Still coming around the outside, and they're coming around the outside onto the final corner. And now he's in the front.
Well said. That is well called there from my co-commentator. As Ariel is now following Bagsy.
Bruce McAvaney.
As Ariel follows Bagsy down the start-finish straight into corner one.
This incensing battle is in its second or third lap. I don't know. It might even be its first, but it could be its fourth. But nonetheless, we've still got these two. They're on the podium, and they're loving every single moment of it.
Well said.
This is an absolutely gorgeous way to say nothing at all.
It really was, and it's the fifth lap for the record.
No, I mean they specifically weren't battling for those.
Oh, very well, fair enough. Yeah, these two the little bit of battling going on from these two. They probably want to try to keep.
We're probably talking it up because they haven't actually had too many swaps of position in this sequence of corners, but we can see every now and then. Well, here's a group of 3 cars who would like to join the party.
Indeed, we've got Stairs and we've got Rambo and we have Green Jupiter. 2 of those are well used to being on the podium, and they'll be looking at the back of Ariel and Bagsy squabbling ahead of them and thinking, I want a piece of that.
Yes, they will indeed have that breathy, disturbing voice as they hunt down a piece of that.
I've just cornered Zero down in the pits here, so we can finally get him to say something. He is just going to
say something.
He's just going to give us some input on the Bagsy Fox battle.
Yes. Well, they seem to be racing each other.
Do you have anything else to add there, Xerus?
Well, one seems to be almost catching up with another, and yes, they're going around the left-hand bend right now.
What do you think their chances are of catching you?
Oh, slim to none.
Well, it's very true what he says. One thing that we know about Xerus is that he's a straight shooter. You know, if you're, if you stuck your face through a hole in the wall where a urinal was, and he was just about to take a piss, you would get it right between the eyes.
That's the most laboured analogy I've ever heard, but regardless, it was beautiful. Stairs is gaining on Ariel. He's probably about the same distance behind Ariel. The Ariel is now behind Bagsy.
Well said.
And we've got Green and Rambo.
We are on board with the Green Jupiter.
We are. He's managed to keep his head, unlike a lot of our races, literally and metaphorically.
Just as you say that, I think you may have given him the commentator's curse, because he is currently in the world's longest spin and collides with the barrier there and off with the front wing. And he's stuck in the gravel trap just to add insult to injury.
Indeed. His tyres aren't even moving, but he seems to be pushing it forward just through sheer will.
But that sheer will's got him out of that gravel trap, so good on him.
Good on him. As we can see from the leaderboard there, Xerus up 9 positions from his starting position.
We've got a lot of cars on the main straight here, all vying for position. Stairs is actually closer to Fox now than Fox is to Bagsy.
Indeed, so I would not be surprised if Stairs gets this job done in this lap, during this lap sometime, I should say. Although Bagsy having a bit of a lock-up by the looks of it, lots of smoke, but he's managed to keep it under control.
Yes, I don't know just how much time he lost out of that, though. The whole train is condensing somewhat, And as you can see, Fruity Fox is very close as they enter the hairpin, and Stairs is right on the gearbox there, and there's contact there with Fox and Bagsy, and Fox has actually spun Bagsy around, and all of a sudden a battle with 4 cars becomes a battle with 3 cars.
Indeed, seeing a replay here. Bagsy gets a little bit wide, gets out of shape, and then Ariel's line just brings him around and directly into his rear wheel. And just spins him off the track. That is very bad luck for...
Just 2 laps from the end of the race. He was on for a podium. It's very, very, very bad luck there.
It really is. And now, as we were saying, these 2 drivers used to being on the podium. They now are on the podium, Stairs.
Yeah, 2nd and 3rd apiece, but Stairs is certainly going to be wanting to get a few points back on Rambo after the points... Second was what Rambo got in the first race, and Stairs doesn't want that to happen this race. But as much as he doesn't want it to happen, Rambo's going through into 2nd place. He's got the inside into turn 1, and Stairs has to concede as they go through at breakneck speed.
Indeed, although Stairs got a bit of a run on him on the 2nd corner perhaps, but...
Barely half a tenth between them as they cross the line that time.
Indeed. Now, Bagsy, I hear that you have actually developed your own timing system, which doesn't use seconds. What does it use instead?
Sorry to cut across you there, Bagsy, because Stairs has just outbraked Rambo, and but he outbraked himself as well, and Rambo's got the switchback back through into 2nd place.
Indeed, nothing has happened. Bagsy.
Well, it's actually 2 time systems I've developed. One is based on the amount of time that Goofball has spun in turn 2 of Phillip Island.
That's a lot.
Yeah, it's a very consistent
Ooh, yellow flag. We've just had a yellow flag. I'm not sure if that was for Rambo going wide, but they're side by side as they enter MG, and there's smoke. I don't know if anyone's locking up or spinning, but they both seem to be on track facing the right direction as Fox hopes that these 2 collide with each other, which is at this... considering how close they are, there's a good chance of that.
But Bagsy, what was the 2nd timing system that you developed?
Well, the 2nd was based on the amount of pieces of my car that are left on the track at the end of the race.
Oh, they're side by side as they go through into turn 1. This time Rambo's got the inside, so we wanted to wait to see who comes out. They're actually still side by side, giving each other the room, and it remains to be seen who's actually going to be leading as they get to the hairpin. And Matt Stairs just spinning just a little bit, having a bit of a moment. Thankfully, he rounded it up. Here's a replay. You'll see just a handful of opposite lock there. And that's what allowed Rambo the momentum to come through. But Stairs has been very strong under brakes here tonight, and goes through into 2nd place ahead of Rambo.
Indeed, that is no exception. He manages to outbrake Rambo into the hairpin, although Rambo now... Oh, I thought he was in the inside there. Stairs still...
Deceptive camera angle, that one.
It is. It's a filthy lying camera angle, but Stairs up into 2nd place with Rambo in 3rd. Only a few more corners to go in this race, although we have seen that Stairs is not strong out of that final corner.
Well, that is true, and that's something that he will be ruining and hoping that he can at least get a decent exit out of it this time. But he's being harassed by Rambo as they go through MG, very, very slow through the slower corners. But as you can see, Xeris not as big a gap as the first race, which you would hope considering it was half the length. But nonetheless, Rambo's gone for the inside as they go through the final corner, and very, very close. They're side by side, almost going through. Looks like Stairs is just ahead by an inch as they go through across the line, and Stairs, according to the timing screen, ahead just, and somehow manages to keep Rambo behind him for just long enough to get the points back. And here's a replay before Fox go into 4th place and mounted the curb just a little bit. Stairs was trying to give him room and had to lift just a little bit, and they basically had the same amount of speed as they went through, covered by about half a car length. And we now see Bagsy pushing Bang, it looks like, across the line. Bagsy.
Yeah, it appears Bagsy ran out of fuel. Bang ran out of fuel. And Bagsy, being the good sport that he is giving Bang a push through the last part of the lap to help him get across the line. Not a good enough sport to give him the extra position, but is getting him across the line.
Well, it was a charitable thing to do anyway. He wouldn't have got any points had he not finished. And there goes Green across the line without a front wing. And Bang just sort of trundling along the grass, having finished the race and completely dry in the fuel tank.
Indeed. So we've got the race classifications here. Got Xeris, no surprise there. Only 17 seconds ahead of second and third this time, of Stairs and Rambo, obviously. Aerial Fox taking a surprise fourth place, although he was battling for position with Bagsy, rather, for the other two podium positions.
Atlantic's nearly recovered that position.
Yeah, nearly. Again, he seems to be the Terminator. He just keeps coming back, no matter how many times he spins on corner 2 of Phillip Island.
Yes, he's the Terminator, but he comes back and falls just before he gets to your doorstep.
Yeah, this is not a very threatening Terminator, but a Terminator nevertheless. A Terminator from a couple of miles east of Gympie, perhaps.
Yeah.
It's like if the Terminator had scoliosis.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, well, that's been done to death, and so now Bang did manage to get across the line for points ahead of Green Jupiter. Actually, only 5 seconds ahead of Green Jupiter. It's a little bit of luck there that Bagsy and Bang weren't passed by Green just across the line. That would have been something.
That would have been something, but yes, indeed, friendly Bagsy helping Bang across the line.
Good guy, Bagsy.
And Books McZaddy, of course, having that incredible off that we all saw of slamming into the back of Bagsy, and Mono just not starting the race.
Yes.
That's unfortunate.
And speaking of things that are not unfortunate, thank you everyone for joining us for round 1 of the ARW Race League event, coming to you from Phillip Island. Next week we will be coming to you from Spa-Francorchamps in Belgium. As always, I've been Stairs.
I've been Madbird, and we have been joined by
Xeris.
And Bagsy.